All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, get in here. We got to get into some things today, okay? So I was watching this video by Hines over on YouTube. He's a dope YouTuber. I believe he's like a motivational speaker, self-development kind of coach, super dope, super fly, makes great content. And he was doing a video talking about how content creating is the new 9-to-5 trap and, pretty much how to break free and how to get out of that. And when I was watching the video, I was like so inspired. And also I couldn't help but to honestly see myself in everything that he talked about. And so I just felt compelled to talk about it here today. And I kind of want to give you guys some tips that I think will work and some things that I'm doing to break out of that content creation 9-to-5 trap. So a little bit about me. I was a celebrity news gossiper here on YouTube first. I talked about pop culture, mainly female rap, the drama, the beef, all of those things. And prior to that, I used to be on Facebook before I got to YouTube. And I would talk about LGBT, hot topic gossip that happened within the community. And it was just very controversial. And then one day someone said, hey, you should get on YouTube. And so, I got on YouTube and I started doing music reviews and reality TV show reviews, but they kept flagging my profile. And so I couldn't monetize it at all. And so then I started tapping into a female rap niche, and we started talking a lot about music and, specifically Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and their rap beef and how it all ignited. And it just kind of gained wings from there. And I gained a lot of followers, a lot of support, and a lot of people started following me because of that. And with that, I gained a lot of attention via social media, blogs, write-ups, publications. I gained so much from that. Even though that was not my passion, but it gave me a lot of attention, and with attention, it made me a lot of money. So I did it for a long time, 5-6 years straight. But it wasn't up until recently where I had really decided that I was going to make the shift and break out. But I just want to, before we get into the why and the reason, I want to get a little bit more into, what that space looked like for me. For a long time, I didn't want to be a 9-to-5 YouTuber. I mean, a 9-to-5 employee worker at all. So I always was like, what can I do to get out of the workplace and do something else where I have time to be with my family, I have time to be with my friends, I have time to just do me and make more money. And so, I decided to get on YouTube. And, for a minute it was tough, but then it started really taking off. And I got locked in there doing the gossip. And everybody knows gossip gets you a lot of attention. It gets you a lot of clicks. It gets you a lot of views, which means gets you a lot of money. But on the flip side of it, it was one of those things that it comes with a lot of drama, comes with a lot of antagonists. It comes with a lot of negative and low vibrational energy. It comes with a lot of people trolling you. It just comes with a lot of angst. And it's not really healthy. And it's not really good for your mental. And it's not, while it's great for your pockets, it doesn't really feel good to be famous or popular because of controversy or drama or people hating you. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you want to be in a place of light and love, or, you feel like, hey, I'm a cool person. I look at me, I'm like, I'm just as lit as these celebrities could be. You know what I'm saying? So for me to sit and talk about someone else's life all the time, what does that say about me? And how do I really feel about myself? And so for a while, I battled with this idea of stopping and starting and stopping and starting. But every time I would stop, I would say, oh, well, or I'd have somebody else tell me, hey, you're almost at 100,000 subscribers. You can't stop now. Don't stop doing what works for you. And then I'd have in the back of my mind, well, you need that money. You need the money. And so I would keep going. I remember when I was going to hit 100,000 subscribers, that was going to be when I was going to stop and do something different. Then I tried to do something different, but the views when I did something different lacked. I didn't get the numbers. I didn't get the views. Nobody watched. No one cared. So I fell back into what I didn't want to do. I fell back into the gossip. I fell back into the commentary. I fell back into the blog posts and, you know, the controversy and the beefs and all of these things. I literally did that. And I got bigger and bigger, more subscribers. However, I also know it came with a lot of drama, personal life. It came with building a lot of enemies. And the biggest thing, I didn't love this. Like, I didn't love to do it. It started to feel like a 9-to-5 job. You know, I remember when I was doing it early on, I would get new intros, backgrounds, sets, and I'd come up with game shows. I'd do this. I'd have competitions. I'd have private lives and members only. I would be doing so many different things because I still was excited for every metric that I was meeting and making. And eventually, the thirst of it all and the attention of it all, and then the demand from the people, it started making me feel like, wow, I don't like this. This was something that was fun, but the topic matter, the subject matter, and then what I have to deal with outside of it, from people stalking you and trolls and, you know, people wanting to get out there and dox your phone number. It's just like, all of this is not worth it, especially if this is not even something that I really have a passion to do. You know, what I love to, it's not something that I love to do. You know, I don't see myself taking on the road a gossip show. I'm just not that, like, to talk about the next person's life. That's just not who I am. That's just not how I give it up. You know, so it's almost like being in a relationship where you know you're not going to marry the person. Why are you wasting time? Well, sometimes we waste time because it's comfort, it's stability. We don't know how to get out. We feel like, hey, this is our bed. We have to lay in it, you know? And then we get in the comments and you have people saying, well, I love when you did this. Oh, bring your other videos back. I need you to do this. I miss the old Armon, you know? I've heard all of these things every time I've tried to transition out and do something different. But then I had to realize, well, hold on. I'm not doing this for me anymore. I lost me a long time ago. Now I'm doing this for ego, for followers, for attention. Then I'm reading the comments. Then I'm seeing the YouTube videos. And I have to realize, oh my God, these people are not following me. I'm following them. These people have now started to dictate what my content was, as if I work for them on a 9-to-5. So I found myself constantly chasing what the subscribers wanted, what the algorithm wanted, or at least what I thought the algorithm wanted, what the niche wanted. And for me, none of that was what I wanted. None of that was what I deemed entertaining. None of that is what I deemed fulfilling. And so I'm at the point now where I don't care if a video gets 2,000 views, 4,000 views. I don't care if I make no money. I know that I'll be okay. It'll work out the way it needs to work out, but it's time to break out of that content creator trap, that 9-to-5 curse that happens when you become a content creator. You get locked into a space, and ultimately, sometimes that's not even where you want to be, but that's what gets you the most attention. See, it's not even about the content anymore. It's about the attention. And that's what Hines talked about in his video. He talked about how we want so much attention, or how we're looking for the attention, we lose ourselves in the why in the first place. And so now it's more getting back to the why. Why did I do this? Why did you do this? Why did you choose to be a content creator? Why do you want to do these things? And the why for me was, I didn't want to work a 9-to-5 job, and I wanted to have fun and talk. I love to talk to people, you know, and I love to inspire. And so as long as I can focus on that why, as long as you can focus on that why, you can always navigate out. because your why will help you get back to the basics so that you can navigate to the next chapter. And also, I think it's important that you close off the comments, like quiet out the noise. I think for me, that was one of the biggest things that was the issue for me. The noise, the people, the feeling like, oh my God, I have to feed and please everybody. You're not going to be able to please everybody. Everybody's not going to be happy with what you do. Everybody's not going to want to see you grow. Everybody's not going to want to see you transition. I remember, before I even had cameras and lights, I was doing it on my phone. And then once I went from my phone to the cameras, it was like, you need to go back to where you were. You need to go back to the basics. And then I would find myself trying to dumb it down to make everybody happy. And it was like every time I would do that, I wasn't satisfied. I didn't like it, or then I watched the comments because I was in the gossip space. So it was a lot more ruthless and cutthroat. But when you would do a video and it doesn't perform well and you've tried to do something else, people will be like, oh, look at this video. The video flopped because he didn't have this in the title. And I would let that affect me like, damn, I'm not doing well. Oh, wow, I'm not doing well because it didn't do this many views. But usually when I did that video that didn't do that many views, I felt so much fulfillment. I felt really good about the video. I felt whole. Then the comments in that video, I was excited, but then I would get down because I'm like, well, here's this video where I feel like I'm inspiring people, giving people knowledge, giving people hope, really putting my best foot forward as a content creator. But then it's like nobody watches it. But then when I'm like doing a video on Nicki Minaj or Cardi B crash out or some celebrity drama topic, it's like hundreds of thousands of views with this salacious title. Well, that's because people don't care about, people want attention. People care about the headlines. People care about those things. That's why it goes viral, because that's what gets the most attention. Drama, salaciousness, controversy, right? And so because I was in that space, I know I could do that with my eyes closed and monetize it and make thousands of dollars. But at the end of the day, when I turn that camera off, then I go outside and, I'm amongst my peers and other people, and people are saying, well, hey, what do you do? I would always be like, oh, nothing. I'm just a YouTuber. Oh, what are you talking about? Oh, make it real quick. Celebrity gossip, pop culture news. And everybody would be like, oh, okay. And every time that would happen to me, I would realize this is not what I want to do. I don't like this, because there should be no reason why, you're getting to a point where you're building your own studio. You're able to, live a life in LA that you want. You have a car that you want. You have the financial freedom that you want. But yet, when you meet people, you have hundreds of thousands of followers and subscribers. You have what a lot of people would dream of, would love to have. And somehow, when you meet somebody and they simply ask you what you want to do, you don't even want to tell them. You probably shouldn't be doing that. And for me, it was one of those things. Because I was not proud of my accomplishments and achievements in telling people that were strangers upon meeting them, what I did, to me, that was a red flag that I needed to be doing something different. And so we are here today breaking that 9-to-5 content creation curse, that curse of feeling like if you don't post today, you're going to be out of the algorithm. If you delete all your videos, you're going to be out the algorithm. If you don't talk about this specific subject, people are not going to watch your videos. People are not going to support you. I'm at the place where I'm taking my why and my energy back on what I want to do, no matter what. I don't care if this is the 5th time of me trying it. I don't care about the comments of people saying it may work, it may not work. And I think that's a lot of the things too. For me, what I used to do was sit, and if it didn't work right away, I would go back to what worked. And I think the true test is, can you sit and weather the storm and eventually it'll work out on the other side? I've seen so many YouTubers that are in different sectors, and I've watched them from 5,000 subscribers to 7,000 subscribers, and they were getting hundreds of views on their videos. And within a matter of years, like a year and a half of being consistent, now they are surpassing 200,000 subscribers. You know, they're surpassing people that have been on this platform for years, even surpassed me. And so that is inspiration enough for me to say, you know what, stick in here and get back to the happy, get back to the why, get back to where you love to do it. I can't tell you how many, different artists and YouTubers that, I know that have gotten to this point where they're like, hey, I love making music, or I did at first, but now it feels like a job. Now it feels like a chore, and I hate it. You have artists like Cardi B. You can tell that the music now feels like a job and a chore, but when she first started, she loved it. It was like it was all you ever dreamed of. It was all you ever wanted to do. And then when it got here, the pressure that we put on ourselves, the anxiety of, from other people, the dragging, the opinions, and the ability to remain hot and on top and, and be the best and to be the most seen and garner the most attention, it kills a little bit of that joy and that passion and that, honesty that you have with inside of you. Now she's at a point where, we're still waiting for her to put out the album, and because it's like the pressure of it being the best and being number one versus just getting back to who you are. One of the biggest celebrities in the world had one of the dream jobs happen to her. She's like part of the 1 percentile, when it wasn't even, when in reality, that doesn't happen for people all the time. And you can see she's at a point where she's like, I'm happy I'm here, but I hate it at the same time, and that's kind of how I feel about where I was at. I'm happy that, I was able to get here, but this feels like a job. This feels like a chore. Like there's been times that I've came to the studio to do work and I'm just like, I don't want to do this. I don't care. I don't want to do this at all. I don't even want to I can't even pull myself up off the couch or off the bed to even work. I don't want to do this. I don't care about the celebrity topic. I don't care about these people. I don't care. Like, I'm over this whole thing. I don't even want to turn on the camera, but there was a point in time where I felt like I couldn't wait to, I wanted to be on podcasts. I was on Twitter. I was on Instagram. I was buying cameras. It was like very exciting for me. The climb was exciting. The growth was exciting. But then it started to turn into less excitement and then more of an obligation, because it became to be like this battle. And I don't know where the competition in this battle came from. It was more like, I was just giving my opinion, and then it turned into everyone like had these opinions based off of my opinion. And then I became headlines to other bloggers and YouTubers when I'm like, well, we're supposed to be talking about celebrities. And somewhere I became the celebrity for bloggers. And then everything I came to do was picked apart and dragged apart. And meanwhile, I'm like, I don't even care about this shit. This is just what's getting me the attention. But then because I was getting recognition and then I was making people money by them talking about me, I became the content. And so I would have to keep it going, because the more people talk about you, the more attention you have, and the more attention you have, the more money you make. So then you become caught in this cycle, all for attention, notoriety, and money. Meanwhile, I don't even care. I would much rather inspire people. I would much rather go on tours and talk to people about how to get to the next level, how to break these anxiety curses, how to break trauma. And so that's kind of where I'm at now. And that's what I want to lean and teach other people as I'm going through it myself. So here, I'm not an expert yet, but I feel like through my experience, I'm going to go and be different and inspire other people, just as I did with getting on YouTube. I remember some people thought that was a bad idea, but I knew that would work, and I knew that we would get to a place where it would be lucrative, it would be successful, and it would be a breakthrough for me. And just as I know now, this pivot is important, and I want to let you guys know, any of those content creators out there that's feeling like, hey, it's time to pivot. If you don't feel good about what you do anymore, if you don't feel good about talking about the work that you do, if you feel like you are following your followers and not them following you, it is time to make a change. It is time to make a pivot. Okay. The person that does that the best to me was Rihanna. Anytime she posts something, people are like, where's the album? Where's the album? Where's the album? And I know that that's hard. And you just feel like, you know what? I got to fall back into that because that's what the people want. And she said, you know what? Y'all can keep asking. I'm doing what I want to do. There is going to be some people that's going to be like, where's the album forever? And that's where they're going to stay. And they may drop off at the music. But she also has other people that have fallen in love with Fenty, the brand, Fenty, the clothing, Fenty, the skincare. They don't care about the music. And some people may not have even known her for music. They know her as a fashion designer first, a skincare designer. And so she's gained a whole new audience and made over $1 billion doing that. And so I think what's important now is understanding how to break out. And I think for me, some tips that I'm actively trying is I've deleted social medias off my phone, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I still have the accounts, but I've deleted them off my phone. I'll keep YouTube here because, I'm a YouTuber, but I don't watch any YouTube videos that may have commentary about me in that blog space. I don't watch it anymore. I've also told my friends in the group chat that may share blog posts in our group chat, or I've left the groups because I don't want to see it. Because now that I don't have that stuff coming to me, it's not happening. It's not real. It's not affecting me. And it's not causing me this adrenaline rush to respond. Or I feel like I'm missing out on something that's going viral right now. So let me jump on it because I need to make the money. If I don't see it, I'm not triggered. If I don't see it, I'm not looking at like, well, you know what? I know how I can make this money. And I know if I get on this right now, I can make thousands of dollars. I'm over that hamster wheel, especially when it comes to gossip. It was like I was getting to the point where, I wanted to be the first one to try to drop a video, or if too many people in the sector dropped the video, I would be irritated because I'm like, they got all the views. So I couldn't, like in this space, you almost have to like, when the news breaks, you have to be sitting at your computer all day so you can run and go live or run and drop a video so you can be the first one to get the first 15 or 50,000 views, because by the end of the day, it's been 20 videos already made and all the views have been eaten up by everybody else. And so I felt like as much as I had freedom, I didn't have any freedom, because anytime I would go outside, or I'd go on a vacation, or I'd go out to lunch, or it'd just be a day where I was doing me, some of the biggest news stories broke and I would feel behind because I wasn't right there on the computer in that moment going live, collecting the views. So then there'd be times where I just wouldn't even do the video. And it's like, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to have to feel like I'm sitting in front of a computer waiting for some drama to break so I can go live. I'm done with that. I'm like, and I mean that wholeheartedly. So whatever that means for me is what it will be. But that is not what I want to do on this next juncture of my life, And so I'm actively breaking that content creator 9 to 5 curse, because when I was in that blogging world, that's exactly what that felt like. It felt like I literally would have to sit here and wait for news to break to talk about it. And so, is that really freedom? Then you talk about it. Then you have to deal with all these different opinions of people based upon your opinion, all for you to go outside and not even want to tell people what it is that you do. But yeah, you're a whole public figure out here doing work that gets a lot of attention. But I'm not proud of it. So for me, it's not worth it anymore. I'm getting back to finding the why. And my why is doing it. I did this for me and not for the attention of others. And I did this to create for me and be a vessel of creation and all of those things and all of those facets. See, a lot of times people would like to pigeonhole you. That's why me as a gay person, a gay male, I never went the wig route. I would do it as comedic here and there on my platform, but to create a wig caricature or character, I never wanted to do that, because I knew the day that I decided to put the wig down, people would never want to let me let it go. However, what I didn't know is the gossip was my wig. And the day that I decided that I wanted to put the gossip down, each and every time, people would try to bring me back to it. No, you're only good at that. You could only do this. You're only good at that. You're only good at this. Oh, I only watch for this. And I will fall back into it. Every time, because I'm like, maybe they're right. Maybe this is all I got. Or maybe this, because I need people to watch, because I need the money, I have to give them what they want. But yet, I'm like, there's so much more to me. There's so much more that I want to do, but no one cares. Or at least that is what I believed. But the idea is I haven't found my tribe yet. And then, so for those people that want to get back to their why and want to get back to who they are, there is going to be a cleaning and there's going to be a transition that happens where some people are going to linger and still be like, well, where's the old stuff? New people are going to be filtering in and out. But eventually those people will drop off. You might lose some money in the beginning. You might lose some followers, but you will end up growing a lot more in here. And when you start growing here, you're able to produce better content because you're more inspired. You feel cleaner. You feel happier. And then you get a new tribe. But sometimes we don't like to start over. We don't like to release it because we feel like, oh, I've worked so hard. And then the ego gets in, the attention sets in. We don't want to feel like a failure. We've lost. No one wants to look at a video with 200,000 subscribers and only 4,000 views. Well, that may be the reality for right now. But eventually, your tribe will find you. And so I just think that journey I'm on. So I'm interested to know if anybody else is on that journey or has anybody else been there before. But that's definitely where I'm at right now. And I'm not going back. I mean it. Like, I've been back so many times, but I don't foresee myself going back anymore, because it's time to break that 9 to 5 trap of people pleasing, algorithm pleasing, subscriber pleasing. At this point, you want to have those people that I want to be at a point where I love what I'm doing. I want to amass a following, supporters, recognition based upon me loving the work and me committing to the work that I do and feel good about it, versus, yeah, I have all these followers, I have all this stuff, but then I don't even really want to tell you what it is I do. And so if I can't be proud of what I do, I don't want it. no matter what the money is, because it leaves a weight on me and an energy on me that I just don't want to feel anymore. You know what I mean? And I just think that now I'm at a point to where I don't care if I had to go back down to zero. I'm no longer doing what people, what the algorithm, what society or social media deems as worthy content or attractive content based upon, getting views and money. I'm just done with it, and I think that once you make that up in your mind, then you become free. Once you make up in your mind that I am done being on this hamster wheel the same way that you did with your regular 9 to 5, that is when you become free. And today, I will be free of that. It's over. And so we're going on our next journey. And shout out to the 200,000 subscribers, on the platform. I love you all for being here, and I love you guys all for, being a part of this journey with me. Now, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Have you guys been here before? Has any of you guys been through it already and transitioned? They can give other advice and give some other input. I'd be interested to know. And until next time, keep that same energy, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.